Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moon Mage. This is weekly tarot messages. If you're new here, these are essentially just quick snapshots of the potential energies, challenges, along with some guidance and advice for your week ahead so that you can hopefully navigate it in the best possible way. These are timeless, as in when you land on them, regardless of the dates they come with, is when you are meant to hear them. So I always tell everybody to give themselves a second to feel into messages 1 through 4. And then I usually would get started with message number 1, which I am going to do in just a second. I just wanted to mention a few things. I've recently put out a higher self meditation, and under this Piscean energy that we're in right now, there's a lot of potential for strong and powerful intuitive hits, intuition opening and expanding in a massive way, divine connection. So if that's something you're interested in, you might want to check that meditation video out and see if you can connect to higher mind, because it can really help navigate your future if we're able to draw down that wisdom. So that's just something I wanted to mention. Also, if you've been enjoying these videos and you'd like to see more, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. It would really help me out a lot. I'm going to get started here with message number 1, but give yourself a second to feel into which one is speaking to you 1 through 4. All right, let's get started. Hello, message 1. I think I saw a card that was flipped over there. Yeah. All right. What does my lovely message 1s need to know? What's showing up for my message number 1s? Twists and turns. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. Okay, so heads up, definitely here for my message 1 choosers. Twists and turns, unexpected things. So rather than allow yourself to get lost in the what could it be and overthinking, that's the only issue I have with this card. It can make us get anxious trying to figure it out. Just step back and make sure that you're on solid ground, that you're feeling really grounded, centered, and balanced, like mentally, emotionally, and physically, so that whatever comes your way ends up feeling like a nothing burger because you're prepared for it. You're prepared for whatever. And it does say, make sure to get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. And to me, that can look like just making sure that you're feeling good, body, mind, soul. Whatever that looks like to you, whether that's through meditation or walks or exercise or good eating or, making time for self-care, which has been a really big energy as of late. Do those things so that whatever this is, like this stormy energy showing up, it doesn't knock you off your footing. You're fine through it. You're the calm in the storm. You've got this kind of energy. All right, let's pull some more cards here. Okay, we have first chakra, Archangel Michael. And this is all about staying grounded, right? Whatever these twists and turns are, these plans that could be thrown out the window and you're having to, adapt to a situation and maybe think on the fly or, pivot, make a really quick decisions that cause you to have to pivot in a different direction and hope for the best. This is just reiterating how important it's going to be to be grounded and not too much up in your head and your mind, overthinking, feeling really stable and strong. So whatever that looks like for you, whether it's doing grounded meditations, eating root vegetables, which sounds really crazy, but you'd be surprised at how well that helps you to stay in your body. It's a strange thing that I've tried and it actually works. But all the things that help you feel like you're present and you're in your body and you're good to go and you're able to handle whatever is thrown your way, right? Because you're very present with it. Really strong message. Got cat hair floating around this room. That's not going to stay up there. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness, another chakra. Yeah, staying balanced, body, mind, and soul definitely was part of the equation here. This is 3rd chakra, Archangel Shamuel. So we're talking here about your solar plexus, your power. Staying in your power is going to be really important. And when this kind of energy shows up for those that chose this message, it kind of suggests to me more often than not that you have the power and the ability and the strength to move through these things, but maybe, perhaps, you don't always see yourself as such. Maybe you find yourself getting caught up in anxiety, worry, almost where you want to turtle up and not have to deal with it. But the energy here is that you're more than capable of this. You're more than capable of handling whatever this difficulty is coming your way. But it starts with staying in your power, and it starts with staying grounded through it, right? Taking a breath, saying, okay, what is the situation? How do we have to pivot? Maybe we didn't anticipate these challenges, but if I'm clear and I sit with myself for a minute, I'm going to see our way through it. Like, it's you that holds the key to that, is what I'm feeling like here for my group 1 choosers. Journey. Yep. Movement forward. So even if these plans that are going to get thrown out the window and there's major changes and interruptions, there's a journey ahead, right? It's sort of like navigating the winds of change and what you're going to have to adapt to. I find this card to be a beautiful card because it suggests that even if you thought you were going in one direction and you thought it was going to look like this, it ends up looking like that, and it's much better. You're journeying towards something much better. So whatever this upheaval is, or these plans that you had, it's like if you had asked the universe this or something better, they said something better, but you might have still been really hoping for it to look a certain way. And that's totally reasonable, right? You had this expectation of all these plans that you laid and that there was all going to work out for you in the way that you had foreseen it, the way that you had planned it. But it's like something better. And there's a journey ahead as a result of these changes that are coming up for you guys. Oh my goodness. Another chakra card. This is crazy. 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So, and that's that connecting to something higher. I mentioned this in the intro, how important it is for us to be doing that right now under this Piscean energy, because we have massive opportunity and potential to connect to intuition in a really strong and powerful way, higher mind. This is like, you've got information that wants to come through. And this is like, you're kind of going from top to bottom, like, and I said body, mind, soul, right? And staying centered. And your solar plexus chakra is your center. And then you've got your root chakra over here, keeping you grounded. And then you've got your crown chakra as above, so below, right? And then centered in it all in your power. Really, really strong. This is a massive suggestion and a heads up from the universe that whatever this is, don't allow it to throw you off your axis in such a way that you lose sight of how to navigate the situation, that you throw your intuition and your inner knowing out the window, because it's going to have something to say. It's going to have the way forward. It's going to show you how to create this journey and embrace this journey and adapt to what this new situation is and make it something amazing, something beautiful, something that you're like, never thought it was going to look like this. I really thought I wanted it to be this. And I'm so glad it didn't turn out that way, because this is so much better. And it feels like that to me here for my message 1s. So I'm going to say doing some chakra meditations for my group 1 choosers will be a really good idea for you guys this week to stay balanced, because it's so funny to me how this is right from the root up to your crown and then centered in your power. It's very connected. I really do think that this journey, like embracing this journey, embracing these twists and turns, is going to lead you to something better, because I keep feeling that, like it keeps playing over and over my head. It's going to be better. It'll be better. It'll be better. Ooh, I have a card that flew right out, but it's on the floor. So I'm going to pause the video for a second and pick it up. Sorry about that, guys. Your card fell out on the floor. Magical blessings. Whatever you're going through, you're being assisted by magical fairy blessings. The fairies say you can bless others too. I love that this card came out for you, because I feel like that. I think that you're more tuned in and connected than you realize. You're more powerful than you realize. You're more capable of navigating turmoil, and that, I always call it the chaos maker energy, than you realize. And I love that this is saying magical blessings, because it feels like and I probably say this too often, but a blessing in disguise. Whatever you thought you wanted in the way that you wanted to look and the plans that you laid, if you're being pinched and it kind of goes out the window, there's a good reason for that. Just breathe through it and the answers will come, right? So long as you give yourself over to staying aligned in this energy, right? Because there's so much of that, making sure that you're clear, balanced, and aligned, and you'll see your way through. And I do feel like there's blessings on the other side of it. Just brace yourself, because this week could be a little bit destabilizing. But, to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Making sure that you're feeling really good. Again, body, mind, and soul will help you navigate these twists and turns. And I really do feel, message one, that it's going to take you to something better than you could have imagined. You just have to trust that. I'm going to leave that there. I hope you guys all have a fantastic week. Take care, guys. Hello, message two. What do my beautiful message twos need to know going into this week? What kind of energies may be showing up for message two? Wow, lots of changes showing up so far. Major life change. Time is right for major life changes, as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. So bracing for change, embracing change is kind of more of what I'm feeling here for my message twos. So if you've been wanting that and desiring that, but haven't really known how to create this for you and start, embracing the winds of change, so to speak, there could be some things showing up for you this week that help you to do just that, but it will require your willingness to say yes to it. It's sort of like, if there's fear around it, but also some excitement, embrace the excitement of it. Reframe the fear as excitement. Because I think that's a thing here, especially when it's saying the time is right for major life changes. It's sort of like the ball's being thrown to you. It's sort of like leap first, and then the universe will catch you. But make the decision that it's time to make those changes, that you're going to do just that. I do feel like some opportunities could be showing up for you guys as well, though. So you're going to want to be prepared to say yes to them. And this also says, for some of you, a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence. So if you've been waiting on or hoping to hear, that you have the opportunity to move to a new career, a new place to live, maybe it's even in a new city or a new state or province or wherever. It's like it could be showing up for you this week, that opportunity. It could be more metaphorical, though, like where this changes on a smaller scale, but big to you, because it ultimately will lead to beautiful things and a new lifestyle, as it says, a trouble-free existence, much more happiness and joy. Wow, we're getting a lot of chakra cards this week. 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel. So that is your throat chakra. This is all about communication. And if it's showing up for you like this, there's a suggestion here that there's something that you may need to express, speak up about, speak up on your own behalf. I feel like here for a lot of my group 2 choosers, what needs to be said? What should you communicate so that people understand clearly what it is you want and what you need? I also feel like that could go higher. Are you communicating with spirit, the universe? Are you asking for what you want and putting the intention that when it comes to you, you will be open to it? It's kind of like that, but it's about making sure that your throat is clear and that you're speaking up for yourself. You're expressing yourself clearly. You're communicating and speaking in a clear, coherent way, your truth as well. It's about speaking up your truth. Geez, I'm not tripping all over my words. Maybe I need to clear my throat chakra. Anyways, 5th chakra, making sure that you are speaking up for yourself, that you're speaking your truth, that you're expressing what it is you want and desire, not only to others in this physical realm, but I really feel like to spirit too, almost like when you're making your life a moving prayer. Like, this is what I want. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to embrace these changes. I'm going to make it happen. Oh my gosh, another chakra card. So 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, it's coming out in the challenge position, right? So clear connection and communication with spirit, with universe, which is what we were talking about. So I do think there's a connection here about being really clear with your intentions. This is what I want. This is what I desire. This is the direction I would like to go. This is where I want to, like, being almost like a very detailed blueprint for your life. This is how I want it to look. And then you speak it out into existence, that moving prayer energy. And then almost like you're manifesting it, you're calling it in, but there's a bit of a block up here in your crown chakra. Otherwise it wouldn't be coming out in the challenge position. It kind of makes me feel like maybe some of you have received some wisdom and guidance, but you're not paying attention to it, or you've ignored it or dismissed it. Maybe go back to any thoughts and feelings that you had that you might have deemed at one point silly, ridiculous, not possible, or plausible, because there's something to them. Otherwise, I would say this week is optimal for you, using that throat chakra and expressing all your wants, desires, and needs, not only to others, but higher, going higher with it with spirit, calling in that God source energy to make it happen, and allowing an openness to receive the answers, clearing out that space. It could be that you have loud brain too, which can block things. Oh, nice. Door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, it's like it's waiting for you. Like these major life changes, these potential opportunities that could be showing up for you, need to see you feeling really clear about what it is you want, why you want it, and that you're the willingness to go towards it, even if it's a little bit scary, because ultimately it leads to this great joy and trouble-free existence. And it's sort of like the door to this happiness is open. And it says door to personal healing and happiness. Lots of joyful energy showing up for you guys, and opportunistic energy. You want to be ready for it. You want to be prepared for it and open to it. You know, I'm getting this vibe too, that I'll just say, because this might not be true for all of you, but for some of you, it's like, I haven't really connected to it. I kind of haven't figured out what it is I truly want. I've had little ideas here and there. I almost feel like you could have this aha moment this week where you're like, oh, somebody threw this idea out there and now it's really speaking to me. It's resonating with me. I'm vibing with it. If that's the case, pull the threads on that as much as you can and go towards it as much as you can, because I feel like it's happening for you. There's a reason it's showing up like that. Like, it's not silly. You should move towards it. But for others, I think that you do have an idea, an inclination of what it is you need to say, express, where you want to go with these desires, and that you are really ready for major life change. There's just some unsticking to do, maybe overthinking, all the more reason to clear out that crown chakra and connect into something higher, that intuition that knows, where your brain and your ego can't get in the way. Yeah. Wow. Angel of balance. And this is upright. So this is really good because it's suggesting that this is what's going to show up for you as a result, coming back into balance, seeing clearly, right? The way she's looking into this, I'm not even really sure what she's holding there. It looks like a lamp with water in it. It's like, I'm feeling emotionally balanced, physically balanced. I've got this. I see the way forward. She looks so content. So I think that's a key word here too, coming into contentment, feeling balanced, feeling ready to go, to embrace, this door to personal healing and happiness. These are all on the cards for you quite literally this week, message 2. But it does start with you saying yes to the changes, the ones that you've already been feeling, the desires that have already been stirring, connecting into higher mind to see how to navigate it and expressing it the way that you want it to happen to others and to spirit. Say, this is where I want to go towards. I'm trusting that I'm going to make it happen. The doors are wide open and ready for you to walk through this. And definitely, I get the energy. Some of you are going to have some opportunities show up for you this week. So as best as you can, be prepared to say yes to things that, again, they might be exciting, but also a little scary. And that's just normal. It's like, feel the fear and do it anyway. That's why I'm feeling it for you guys. Ooh, look, we've got some guidance here. Look in a book. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insights you need, right? We've got that insights. I'm not sure. I'm a little confused. My crown chakra's a little blocked. The insights that you can't quite connect to, that aha moment I was talking about. Here's a massive piece of advice from spirit, some guidance. Look in a book. This is where you come to the answers. This is where you come to understand, see the truth, have that aha moment. And it kind of opens up these doors of how you need to embrace change, what you need to express, and communicate. And then these doors are like, okay, time to walk through. You're coming back into balance again. Whole content. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense. Look in a book, though, guys. I'm going to read that one last time. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The word you find will bring the insights you seek. So really be open to that. I love that for you guys. It's like, hey, this is your answer to receive the answers. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you guys all have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care. Hello, message 3. What do my lovely, beautiful message 3s need to know going into this week? Oop. Okay. That flipped over. Holy cow, it's been all about change this week. A change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. So, sort of a heads up, prepare now, because changes are coming, opportunities, and you want to be ready for them. Again, a change of residence, partner, career, or job is on the cards. You're restless and in need of a change, and that is exactly what is coming your way. And you know, that line of you're restless and in need of a change, sometimes we can't quite place why we're feeling so out of sorts and restless. And then we're also in that energy of blah, stuck, stagnant. It's because we really do need to make changes. So being open to this week is going to be a really good idea for you, because it looks like it's not something that you're going to have to as much do or create for yourself. More so it's coming your way. So be prepared for it, because it's something that you need, even if it freaks you out a little bit. This is like, there's such a theme happening again this week with the weekly tarot messages. Last week was all about rest, rejuvenation, reflection, stepping back, not forcing anything. And this week's all about embracing change, which is just crazy. And there's been so many chakra cards that have been coming out for everybody. And this could be like any kind of change. It's saying, you know, like residence, partner, career, jobs, all these different things that could be showing up for you that are going to be good for you ultimately. Because it says this is that you're restless and in need of it, and it's exactly what is coming your way. Ooh, caring connection. So this is looking like for some of you, this could have to do with partnership. And it did say partner, something, a new partner showing up for you, a romantic energy comes across you come across a romantic energy, comes into your life, into your path in some way, being open to caring connection showing up for you guys. Oh, wow. So this is coming out in the challenge position. You've got major change and being ready for it, this restlessness, ready for partnership on the spiritual level, but maybe not on the physical level, because mentally there's probably some blocks. This is coming out as a challenge. You've been brokenhearted, you've been hurt, you've been burned. So there's a lack of trust with this. Isn't necessarily going to be a caring connection. It's just scary to me because I don't want to be burned again. I don't want another broken heart. This is an energy that Spirit's highlighting that could trip you up and maybe block yourself from making a beautiful romantic connection this week. So keep that in mind. If you feel fear, if you're concerned, I don't know if I'm ready, this scares me. I've been saying this for all the messages so far. Feel the fear and do it anyways, because it's showing up as something positive for you. Right? This caring connection, this love. And you know, for others, if this isn't a new romantic person coming into your life, this could very likely be a healing or a mending of pains from the past where the connection wasn't going as well as it could, and there was problems and conflict, and there's resolution at hand. So when that happens, we can retreat even more and go into lack of trust and not be open to maybe this is really turning in a good direction. Maybe things really are finally balanced and stable again, and I can relax my barriers a bit and go with the flow. It's general, so it'll be different for all of you, but definitely a strong energy around here. A big heads up from Spirit saying, trust any new connections showing up for you this week. Doesn't matter whether you're male or female, be open to them. You don't have to make any major commitments, but be open to them and recognize when the fear of the brokenhearted energy that you've had or been in, that the pain that has been caused by past relationships, recognize when it shows up, and it might be acting as a block where you're closing down a little bit. Because I'm feeling like you really want to be more open this week. Unless you push things away or push back the timeline of when this person's supposed to show up for you. I had a feeling a chakra card was going to show up for this message because it has for every message. And this is third chakra, Archangel Jamul. This is your center of power, confidence. It's connected to like, I am brave, I am courageous, I am powerful, I am confident in myself. As a piece of guidance, it's in the guidance position for my message 3 choosers. Be brave through this. Cultivate as much courage. Yes, you've very likely, it appears, been hurt in the past, burned by somebody in love. And absolutely that leaves a wound and a scar on our soul when those things kind of happen. But just know that I think that a lot of my message 3s have been doing healing work and trying to move through these pains. Obviously, there's still going to be some fear there. And I feel like Spirit's highlighting, if you can find a way to be aware of when this energy shows up, when meeting a new person, which is a caring connection, you're more than halfway through kind of beating this energy out of you and letting go of it so that you can be open to love and connection. And it also starts with you being confident, brave, courageous. Even if you have to say to yourself, as silly as it might feel, I am brave and I am confident, I am open, before you maybe go on a date with this person or embrace a higher level of commitment with somebody or relax your barriers because there's been a lot of trepidation in the past and you're not sure if you can trust that it's really going to get better. It's all about going back to your power in the situation. You hold the power to allow the situation to transform or to bloom. Just know that message 3, because I really feel like the energy you bring to the situation can make or break it in a sense. Not to say that you would push this away and not experience the love or the joy that's coming in for you, but it could be delayed due to unhealed wounds from brokenheartedness from the past, which it sounds like it's getting very deep. Because, on just a more basic mundane level, this is Spirit's way of saying change is coming. You're restless, residence, partner, career, job, changes are all on the horizon for you. This is what you need. It's coming your way. And it looks like for my message 3s, it's by way of romantic connection. And these are the hardships around that, the things that could block this from blossoming, is this lack of confidence, this fear around it because of a broken heart. Look at this, door to spirit. I love that as your outcome card here. It's like the door is open. So I love this too, because it kind of suggests if you feel sad, scared, not brave, not confident, kind of disempowered, right? Call in Spirit to help you with this. Help me to strengthen my heart. When I'm in fear, help me see the truth of the situation. It's like another thing I've been saying a lot to these messages is make your life a moving prayer. Only speak out what you want and how you want to feel, not what's been or what you've been feeling that's hard and not working for you and it's not for your highest good anymore. And you recognize that. Because I do feel like that. My message 3s know like this, carrying this energy and this pain is just not helping, but it's so ingrained and it's so hard to dispel, which I completely understand. But the door to spirit is open to help you navigate this. And I also feel like it's just sort of suggesting some of you have connected to spirit more. There's an awakening happening of sorts, feeling more awakened, feeling more spiritually connected. And I feel like there's more of that on the table for you coming into this week. And it's going to be especially important when you feel these fears or lack of confidence. It's going to be especially important that you call in Spirit to help you with bravery. Even Archangel Michael too. You can call in Archangel Michael. He is the angel of love, light, protection, to help you navigate it. Help me feel brave. Protect me with your sword and shield from fear. Help me cut away fear. It's like that, right? We're in this deep spiritual Piscean energy. And it's really calling us all to dispel these old patterns and deeply rooted pains and wounds from the past and really connect to our spiritual self, our higher self, that is all the things that we think that we're not: strong, brave, confident, beautiful, capable. And I feel like that is a big thing for my group 3s. You need to know and remember these things about yourself because you are all those things. When you gaze at the stars You give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. Stargazing, right? Giving yourself over, opening that door to spirit. So I think there's a dual message here. I think some of you have cracked that door open. It's happening for you already, but there's so much more the spirit wants to bring you: information, wisdom, guidance. This awakening energy, I feel really strongly for some of you, but it starts with the stargazing energy, right? Making time to connect into your soul, to ask for help, to ask spirit to help you be as clear as you possibly can be about what you need to do in this situation, how you can navigate it in the best way. When you gaze at the stars, you give yourself fairy focus. Your intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. So yeah, I really feel like revelatory energy wants to show up for you as well too, especially when you're feeling fear. The fear of the change and the growth and this connection. All the more reason to say, okay, that's it. I'm going to stop, pause, call in spirit, try to understand what I need to do and how I can navigate it so that I'm moving towards positive things, positive changes in my life, and I'm not in fear anymore. Okay, I'm banging on like a broken record. I'm going to leave that there. I hope that you all have the most amazing, fantastic week. Take care, guys. Hello, message 4. Let's have a look and see what kind of energy is showing up for my beautiful message 4s. What do they need to know going into this week? Okay. So we have a card that flipped over, and I'm going to go ahead and take that. Perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. Wow. This week is all about getting ready for change coming in. Perseverance. So if you are frustrated, if you're feeling like this, like you're not getting anywhere, and that, like, you know, you have this moment of, what am I even working so hard for or striving towards? Nothing's happening. This is your heads up from the universe that it's all going to pay off. So persevere, persevere, persevere. Don't give up. You're going in the right direction, and there are wonderful changes ahead. I feel like this card shows up for those of us who are right on the precipice of wanting to throw our hands up and saying, what am I doing all this hard work for? Why am I killing myself only to have nothing ever happen? And I feel like that's been the case for a lot of my message 4 choosers in the past. Like, I strive and I strive and I strive, and then, you know, things just, the changes that I'm looking for, the things that I'm banking on happening just don't. Then I'm tired of being disappointed. And I think that's not the case this time. So if you needed some motivation to keep going with what you're doing and not give up, this is it. Keep persevering. Positive things are on the horizon as a result of your hard work and effort. It's like this time your efforts will pay off. And I keep feeling like much deserved too. Much deserved. Long overdue. Okay, we have this in reverse. Women holding a coin. So some of you might be a little bit of fear about finances right now, feeling like you're in a financial pinch. And it could be one of the determining factors as to why you're like, maybe I should just give this up and get like a real job or move towards a thing that's more stable, but I hate. Or, you know, it's that kind of energy. I almost feel like some of you might be entrepreneurs. That's not going to be true for all of you, but there is this energy of like, I want to build this thing. I want to work on this thing. It's not been working out. It's been really difficult. And I'm at this point where financially I'm feeling a little strapped and pinched, and I'm not sure what to do about it. And it's making me feel like I just got to go do the normal societal thing, you know, follow that route instead of my heart. Please don't do that, message 4, because I really do get the strong sense that your ships are going to come in if you keep putting this effort in. And, you know, with women holding a coin too, it's in the reverse. It suggests there's some information that you don't quite have yet that you may need, especially with all this, the purple in here, the higher mind, intuition, great time in this Piscean energy to connect to that. So be open to wisdom and information that could be coming in, especially if it's intuitive and it just all of a sudden shows up at your feet and you're like, oh, I have this thought, this idea, follow it because it's trying to tell you something is there for a reason. Yep. The thinking woman, right? So this is coming out in the challenge position. And we've got this woman holding a coin. Also with this female and feminine energy showing up, it's suggesting creative ideas, creative inspiration, being very innovative, thinking outside the box is something that I feel would be really beneficial to my group 4 choosers. Not looking at things from through a normal rational lens is sort of like something that you should embrace at this time because there's something to it for you. And there's a butterfly up here too for transformation, right? Because that hasn't happened. It's like it's just out of your reach because there's some missing pieces. There's some wisdom, some information that you need. And once you receive it, it's not about overthinking it, being too much in the mind. It's about taking that information, drawing it into your body. How do I feel? What do I think about it? And then innovating around it, being creative around it, because there's so much of that energy I'm feeling here for you guys as well. And I'm noticing the books too. So perhaps cracking open a book this week might provide you with some information that you didn't have before. And it'll kind of like re-spark your motivation to keep going. So be open to that too. If you feel guided towards something like a book or, a book. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Okay. The chakra card showed up in every single message, and there's only 7, and this is like a lot more than 7 cards in the deck. So I just find that really interesting. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is connected to your heart, which is exactly what I was talking about, right? There could be this overthinking. I'm thinking too much. I'm thinking too rationally. Overthinking, where nothing's happening and you're like stuck and I don't know what to do. You have to draw back down into your heart space, right? Once you receive this information, because I really do feel like some of you have a lack of information around your situation, how to move it forward and really blow it up so that you see the success. Once you can bring it down into your heart and really look, how does this feel? Am I excited? And is this like an excited, nervous energy that I'm feeling? Does this inspire me? Because if the answer to those things are yes, even in the smallest way, then you're on the right track with it. So maybe doing a heart chakra meditation for you guys this week would be a really good idea to keep it clear and keep it open. And one mantra that I have found really helps me when I'm too much up in my head and I know that my heart has something to say, but I can't quite connect to it, is in spite of my fears and insecurities, I will my heart to be open. And that could be something that you guys use as well, because your heart has something to tell you. And it's creative. I'm coming back to that. Look, door to spirit. Door to spirit. Yeah, this showed up in message 3 as well. Door to spirit coming out in the outcome position. It's open, right? Information incoming, forthcoming. It's available to you, right? Not overthinking it, drawing down that purple energy that I was so attracted to in the first card. And it's going to connect to finances and abundance for you guys in some kind of way, where you're like, I have information about how to activate this thing and actually start to see some lift off, some abundance, some money coming in, where I don't have to settle for less than what I deserve, less than what I want. Like it's showing up for me, but we need to open that door up to spirit, the heart space, right? Because that's how spirit comes through. It comes through our crown, but it connects into our heart where our resonance is. Our heart holds so much more wisdom than we give it credit for, but we're often always giving all that credit to our mind and our thinking. So for you guys this week, do not give up on anything that you want. If you're feeling stuck and stagnant, like you don't have all the information, make some sort of a practice where you're clearing out your heart and you're asking spirit to show up and give you that wisdom that you're missing, that guidance. And I do have this feeling of some of you might find some wisdom and guidance in a book. And it would be like, well, spirit's directing you towards that book to read it, to open it, and to see what that information is. And having this moment of, oh my gosh, I think I could do this. And this really might help my situation move forward in like an amazing, beautiful way. Either way, the door to spirit is opening up for you guys. The information and the wisdom that you need to move your situation forward is showing up, but it does require you to pause and feel through, not overthink through your situation. Oh, okay. First of all, I grabbed the wrong deck. My apologies. It's this deck. Let's try that again. Ooh, temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. So, if there's a habit or a thing that you're doing right now where you recognize this is probably not good for me, it kind of numbs me down, or maybe it contributes to me wanting to cool my jets and not push forward and work harder and persevere. Give yourself permission to look at that, not with guilt or shame, but just like, a real honest look at, is this helping me or holding me back? Is this for my best and highest good, or is it not? How can I navigate this so that I don't have this thing that is potentially holding me back? And also this temptation with perseverance, just on a very mundane, basic level, don't be tempted to give up. Don't be tempted to go backwards with something, or move towards something again that is not exactly what you want. But it feels like you have to for whatever reason. So big message there for you guys. Be really mindful of that. The power to overcome temptation, whatever it's, guys. Yeah. And I do feel like on a very practical, mundane level, for some of you guys, that temptation is simply just moving backwards and letting go of something that you've put a lot of time and effort into, and just don't do that. But for others, there very likely could be a habit that is causing you to feel stuck, stagnant, numbs you down in a way where that door to spirit isn't quite open or able to be opened because of it. Whichever, you know who you are. This is general. All right, guys, I am going to leave that there. I hope you all have the most amazing, beautiful week. Take care, guys.